They set up! It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
And welcome to the movie Madhouse. I'm Rob.
I'm James.
Oh, dang it. Did it again. It's like every time we play a video, Jason's audio gets cut. He will be right back. He's Jason and our special guest.
Dr. Evil, hello, how are you today, folks?
Oh boy, this is going to be interesting.
It's going to be freaking awesome. I'm taking over the movie Madhouse. It's my show now.
The Stevel Madhouse.
The Evil Madhouse.
Boom, boom, boom.
Only evil superheroes welcome.
The Stevel Madhouse.
Okay, there he is.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jason.
There we go.
Yay, Jason.
I don't get that.
No, because we talked all fine, and then I play that video, and it cuts your audio.
Yep, makes no sense.
Dude, it's not me this time.
Nope.
Yeah, it is.
Probably.
Yeah.
Nope. Went to hit the banner, and I hit edit. So there we go. There's our banner for our topic today.
Okay, now before we get into that,
Greg's back.
before we get into that,
Hey, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
I have a little bit of personal business that Rob is aware of because, well, he gave it to me.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's
geez.
right.
That's
I
why
have
you
a
guys are not
gift.
supposed to kiss.
There's a gift he has to unwrap.
I have a gift to open. I have a suspicion as to, well, I know what it is, but what specifically it is. So it appears to be some form of album type thing.
Definitely an album. Don't bend it.
It's
An
Christmas
album
time.
cover.
Yes, records, vinyl.
An album cover.
I don't think you would have guessed this one, though.
What the heck is this?
Someone made reference to one of their favorite movies from their childhood. Back when we did musicals, I think it was.
Oh, wow. The Mary Poppins original cast soundtrack on vinyl.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Is that showing up? I'm not even looking at the camera. Is it working? Is it showing? There we go.
It's showing it.
That's awesome, actually. I love that.
Wait,
Now, whenever I finally get a record player, I will use it.
what do you mean, actually?
I don't own a record player.
Yeah, but you said that's nice, actually. Like you had intended it to not be nice.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way. Sorry. That's what. That is so cool, though.
And
Thank you very much.
It's an original pressing. Like I couldn't believe when I saw that. So
Yeah, looks in great condition too. That's awesome. Thank you
there
very
we
much.
go. James, what's your favorite musical? He. Wait, I don't think they have vinyl for The Greatest Showman.
I got my CD. I got my CD. Well, I'm sure they do. They print vinyls for new releases. They're just not as. They're probably like in Toronto or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. All right. Well, now we can get back to the matter at hand here. Our top 10 list for non-mainstream Marvel and DC comic book movies. Apparently that really stressed out the good doctor.
That's because they don't like superhero movies. They're silly. Should be bad super villains. Bad guys. Villains.
Like Megamind.
Right? I know. That made my list.
Despicable Me.
Ooh. Right?
His whole list. Oh my, never mind. Anyway.
Goodbye, Mystery Man. Hello, Despicable Me.
Why don't we start with the good doctor? What would your number 10 be?
Mystery Man.
Mystery Men.
I don't remember much about it, except it was a fun movie.
It's from 1999, Rob.
Yes, that was with Janine Garofalo and the bowling ball with a head in it.
Yes.
Yes.
And the guy that got angry a lot. Arr.
Mr.
Yep.
Furious. Ben Stiller.
And Hank Azaria, I can't remember. He was some kind of mind reader.
Yes.
No. Hank Azaria was the Blue Raja. He threw and spoons.
There we go. I remember he had the almost like the turban thing on though.
Yes.
Yes.
There was, I don't know the actor who played him. There was Invisible Boy. He could only turn invisible when nobody was looking.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know.
That's right.
Paul Rubens as the Spleen. because he could
Mr.
fart on command.
Furious. Mr. Furious.
Yep, Mr. Furious with Ben Stiller.
The Sphinx who could
Garoppolo.
chop the Sphinx who could chop the ends off of guns.
Oh, yep.
Now I want to watch this one again. Son of a gun.
Captain Amazing. It's not the same guy. He wears glasses. He takes them off. It doesn't make any sense. He wouldn't be able to see.
And that movie is based on the comic book The Flaming Carrot, who is not referenced in any way, shape, or form.
Spoken by William H. Macy as the Shoveler.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first time you got to see superhero tryouts, if I remember correctly.
Right?
I think so, yeah.
That was a blast. Okay, Jason, what's your number 10?
My number 10 from 2017, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets.
Oh my God, I forgot about that one.
Luc Besson going back to the well, going back to that crazy, weird sci-fi that brought him to the table with Fifth Element. I love that movie. It's based on a French comic, actually, called Valerian and Laureline.
I remember. I used to actually have that comic.
Really?
Yep. It was a hardcover. It was really, really cool.
I'd actually like to find that if I could, because I really like that movie. Even though, like when I think about it, it always felt to me like you're coming into the middle of something. Like they give you a basic outline of what the world is like and all that, but you don't get any history to Valerian and Laureline or anything like that. So kind of felt odd there. But other than that, it's beautifully, like the effects are amazing, and it's got a really cool story with some really cool action.
It's legit done as if you were peeking in someone's life.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't get a lead up. If you're peeking into someone's life, you don't get a lead up. You just get, here it is.
And you get restraining orders.
And restraining orders. The doctor would know.
Well, if I'm going to risk getting a restraining order, it's going to be from Cara Delevingne, I tell you that.
Oh.
Ha!
James, number 10.
Okay, I just made some last-minute changes to eliminate any confusion with the DC guys or anything. So, my number 10 from 2001, From Hell.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that was comic book.
The graphic novel by Alan Moore and someone else about their take on the Jack the Ripper tale.
Yes.
Johnny Depp, Robbie Coltrane, and Heather Graham, Ian Holm. Ian Holm.
I completely forgot about that.
That's why I'm here.
Yep. Bring up obscure movies.
That's right. I was
Yes, sir.
heroes, but now you're bringing up just comic book.
Comic
stuff.
book. It's all
Wow.
comic book.
I tried to eliminate a lot of the superhero ones, but most of them.
Hell.
Well, that
One
is
of the movies from the Hughes brothers.
And I've only seen that once when it first came out, so I honestly forget so much about it.
I never actually watched it. I had a few friends that told me pretty much the entire movie, so I felt like I never really needed to.
It's a it has a creepy vibe to it. It's a very dark movie, but it's very well done. Another great English accent by Johnny Depp, and just very, very sense of dread throughout the whole movie. Dread, foreshadowing.
Well done. Well done, sir.
Aha.
Well, my number 10, I don't think would have made anybody's list.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yes. It's from Source Point Press called Rotten Tail.
And it's an actual movie?
It is an actual movie with Corin Nemeth playing the good doctor that gets transformed into a giant killing rabbit. And I heard about this one when he came to CKX because he showed me pictures of himself in makeup.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it just finally came out middle to end of last year.
Right.
I immediately thought of that special edition DVD you told us about. It had the rabbit and the carrot and like the mutant killer rabbit.
That's funny. That's entirely different. That's a Norwegian film and very anatomically correct movie. Yeah.
Alrighty then.
It's bizarre. You have this gorgeous Norwegian landscape, and you see a guy running, and then there's this giant guy in a bunny suit with a huge, thing sticking
Carrot.
out. Carrot.
Carrot.
Yeah, we'll call it a carrot, chasing him across this landscape. It's a gorgeous picture with this on it, and it's like, I don't know whether to be amazed or insulted. It's just, yeah, I own it.
Right.
Anyway, now number 9, Doctor.
Oh, me again. I'm gonna go with a Bright Burn.
Oh, Bright Burn.
Bright Burn.
Is that,
Damn it.
Smallville. It's Bright Burn.
is that 18 or 19?
Could have been 18.
I think it's 2018.
Pretty sure
think it's
2018.
I'm gonna look it up.
Damn it.
Could be
That was
early
on the
19.
list, but I missed it somehow.
I didn't know it was based on a comic.
19.
Well,
Go throw on that. He told me superhero movies, not 19.
Okay.
well, no,
Well.
no. Technically, it is loosely based on Superman because it is a very dark, twisted version of Superman.
So that's
Yeah,
DC.
and right, and they give you
Or the
alternate
boys.
versions of the other Justice League at the end, right?
Yep.
For the boys.
Oh,
See,
The
this
Boys
is
is
TikTok.
amazing.
That's a TV show. I don't know. Do we count that?
No,
I didn't think
But-
so.
it's an awesome show.
Yes, it
That's
is.
what I heard. And apparently now I have to watch it
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you do.
because season 3, Jensen Ackles is joining the cast. So now apparently it's on our watch list.
Don't get excited for season 3. Season 2 hasn't even come out yet.
That's right.
I thought it just came out.
No, it hasn't dropped yet.
Shortly.
Very
Okay.
shortly.
I got time to catch up on 1 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Jason, number 9.
Number 9 from 1995, Tank Girl.
Oh, I had that on my list originally.
Oh,
Such a great soundtrack.
I just, my entire top 10 list, these are all these comic book type movies that I rewatch yearly, if not less, like even multiple times in a year. I love all these movies, and Tank Girl had to be on that list. I absolutely adore that movie. I never read the comic. I was familiar with it, but never read it. Lori Petty was just awesome. That movie is just crazy, insane, and silly, and just love that movie.
like it.
Yeah, and a surprising supporting role from Naomi Watts, who you didn't know who she was at the time.
Right. Yep.
Ice-T,
Ice-T just being Ice-T.
Jeff Kober, one of my favorite character actors.
Mm-hmm.
He was in that. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
he's one of the
He's the dookie one that Tank Girl hooks up with.
yeah, I don't know what you call them. They're
Booger. Oh, they were called not Raptors, Reavers.
okay, yeah.
Or
He was
Reavers,
awesome.
something like that.
I think I have to rewatch that one. It's been
And
so-
Malcolm McDowell.
They are talking of doing a remake, of course.
Of course.
That's what Hollywood does. And what worries me is they're looking at Margot Robbie. And I'm sorry, Tank Girl is just too close to Harley Quinn. I don't like that pick.
Ooh.
I never thought of that before.
Yeah, I can see it blurring.
Mm-hmm. Especially, we got another Suicide Squad movie coming. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer yet, but
No.
it's coming.
I saw the
DC, dude,
The
DC
footage,
dropped
yeah.
like 3 trailers this weekend.
Not so much a trailer, but footage.
No, they showed a trailer. They showed a behind the scenes, like, here's who's playing what, and then they dropped the trailer.
Oh, I didn't see the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
See, now the old me would just pull up the trailer and play it. But ever since last week, when we got slapped with copyright infringement for playing The Woodsman,
Oh, really?
yes, I'm refraining from it. Now I fought it, and they said, "Okay, yeah, you're right." So
Best
It's
not
a
to ruffle
trailer.
any feathers.
It's a trailer that's already been released publicly.
yep, that was what I put down.
Some studios are like that.
Silly.
Number 9, James, what you got?
Forgive me for trying to bring attention back to a great performance by Kevin Bacon. Anyway, all right. So, my number 9 from 2002, Road to Perdition.
That was pretty good.
Road to That's That is based on a comic.
Yes, it is.
Damn it.
Phenomenal performances by Tom Hanks and Paul Newman, Jude Law, Daniel Craig.
See, the real reason we do these are to remember a bunch of old movies we need to watch and to find new ones. That's legit.
I watched your last one on musicals, and when you mentioned the best little whorehouse in Texas, I rewatched it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Still have to see that.
I've got the DVD, and I will get it to you at some point, James. Just it's packed away right now because we're still picking up from the flood. So.
Oh, okay, right.
My watch list is almost tripled because of these.
The only thing I wish they had left in from this movie in the deleted scenes. There was one deleted scene with Anthony LaPaglia as Al Capone. He has a great deleted scene.
And see, that's why I got DVDs. Why I love DVDs is those extra things.
Mm.
Okay, so you can get that on Disney Plus now. Some things have extras.
Yep.
But I don't think this one is on Disney Plus. My number 9, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh,
Ooh, that's an honorable mention.
Oh,
that's
really?
my number 2.
number 2. I forgot about that one.
That's
I
your
gave
number 2?
I gave it a third watch, and I finally came around to appreciating it.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's
I just love the video game feel of that. You know, they
Well, that's
even
kind of
have.
how it went. It started as a manga out of Japan, and then it was actually made into a video game, and then they made the movie. So
I adore it. I really do. Anyway, enough of that. Number 8, Doctor.
Oh, crap. RoboCop. Not the latest one, but the one way back.
That's based
Peter
on
Weller.
Yeah,
It is?
by Frank Miller.
Oh,
Okay.
Frank Miller wrote RoboCop.
Nice.
Nice.
What's that? 86?
It was definitely
87.
87.
87. I just rewatched it like a week ago.
way back. I haven't seen that in
Buy that
ages.
for $1.
Oh, man, yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
Can
And
you tell me the name of that sitcom?
No.
It is
No.
called It's Not My Fault.
Not my fault.
Oh.
It's never referenced in the film, but the director talked about it in an interview.
See, now
And-
that's cool.
Yep.
I did not know that.
And
Nice.
Nancy Allen, who plays Lewis, her first day, she shows up to set, and they happen to be filming the sitcom stuff. She thought she showed up to the wrong set, or thought the director was an idiot.
Yep.
Because it wasn't the movie she signed up for, right?
There's no RoboCop. Where is RoboCop?
The comic book came out just before the film release, I believe.
Oh, interesting.
They were tied. I think it was tied together, of course, but I would count it.
Okay.
If we don't count it, I'll just replace it with Dread.
See, easy peasy. Jason, number 8.
Number 8, and 2010, Kick-Ass.
Oh, honorable mention.
Said 2010?
2010.
That movie was so much fun.
Yep. The sequel is okay. But
I like.
I don't know. It felt like it was missing something for me compared to the first.
Sequel was kind of watered down. When that girl, the main character, when she was getting harassed at school, instead of what she should have done was kicking everyone's ass, she used her dad's
It was another. Yeah, it was another case of the original was 18A, and then the sequel they went down to 14A.
Yeah.
And it didn't do as well.
Yeah.
Which I still thought it was very fun. It didn't have like the kick-ass intensity of the original.
I think what I think really killed it for me is too many more characters. You know.
Oh, that there was a few more. Yeah.
They cut a few more. Dozens.
I like the Russian lady.
Oh yeah, she was badass.
Yeah, that Russian chick was.
It
That was
didn't
too
help
scary.
You have Jim Carrey doing his press circuit, putting down the film.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I remember that. That was disappointing, but he was reacting to, I think, a school shooting.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was like he was like in.
paycheck.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
His part was written bad because he played a guy that preached to everybody that you got to be alert, ready for everything, and then he just get caught up by, hey, what's that sound? Doggy, where are you? Oh, what's that sound? And they break into his house. It's like, what the hell? It's like everything against what he preached. Bad writing.
Yeah. Okay, number 8 for James.
Okay, this one's been on a list before, but it's based on a graphic novel, so I had to put it on here. It's 2007's 30 Days of Night.
I was expecting that one.
I couldn't leave it off. I couldn't leave it off. It's just too good.
That one, where is it? Oops. Is I think I put it down to number 1. Yep.
Ooh,
That's my number 1. I absolutely love that. Like, the vampires in that film are incredible.
So
Danny
cool.
Houston just killed it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know, and anything with Ben Foster. I adore Ben Foster's work. And even his little role as the stranger was so creepy. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
No.
You haven't seen 30 Days a Night? Apparently Steve will be here a while. We're watching a crap ton of movies.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's intense. It is intense.
It is, yeah, so good. My number 8 is from 1994. One of the ones that put Jim Carrey on the map. Well, he's already there. The Mask.
It's in my honorable mention.
Is that actually based on a comic?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. Dark Horse.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen that since the theater, I think.
Yep.
Cameron Diaz's debut.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
I forgot
late,
about that.
The late, great Richard Jenny as the friend.
Yeah.
The friend?
And
yeah, he plays Jim Carrey's friend.
Yeah, and Peter
co-worker.
And Peter Green as the bad guy.
Yes.
The bad mob guy.
Kind of stereotypical for him, but
yeah, right.
He was good.
Yeah.
It was excellent. That whole movie is just a lot of fun.
Oh, it's a blast. Yeah. It is a blast. Okay, Doctor, number 7.
Number 7, I'm going to go with Hellboy.
An oldie but a goodie.
That's my number 5.
Really? Now, obviously, we're talking Ron Perlman here, right?
Of course, yeah. Well, not
yes.
That I didn't even watch the new one.
I do enjoy the new one a lot, but the Ron Perlman one introduced me to Hellboy, and I love it to death.
Tell me about the new one, because the trailers turned me off of it.
It's actually really fun. It's got a good soundtrack. They had production stories about production problems and stuff, but they go in a completely different direction of the movie. So you could have called it something else, but I thought the guy did a very good, I'd say an homage to Ron Perlman's voice in the movie.
No, that's his voice.
No, I know, but it sounds a lot like Ron Perlman's Hellboy, just like the sheriff from Stranger Things. I thought he did a very good job, and you can't really compare the two because they take a few of the characters, but they go in a completely different direction.
Might have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm curious now.
Yes.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. I think I liked the Perlman one better, but the remake was pretty good. I like David Harbour a lot. I'm looking forward to seeing Black Widow just to see his part in it because he looks great in the trailers. So,
yes,
you got fat.
In that case, Jason, what's your number 7?
My number 7, because you knew it was going to be on this list, 2010, The Losers.
Nice. Honorable mention.
I love that movie. It's a sillier 18, and everybody's so great. Chris Evans just hilarious, especially the elevator scene.
With my mind.
You ladies like the angle of the dangle?
Yep, that's my number 3. And like we talked about before, when you got Jason Patrick as that Bad guy.
Mustache twirling villain. Yes.
He's just a bad guy. Like he shoots that hot assistant on the beach because the wind picked up and he got sun on him for 3 seconds. And he shoots her. Like,
don't let that happen to him.
Damn.
So many comic book actors in there. Idris Elba, Zoe Saldana, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh. Chris Evans.
Okay, James.
Awesome.
What's your number 7?
Number 7, 1994. The Crow.
The Crow. Oh my God.
If you're gonna do it right, then you do
forgot.
the impression right.
Sorry.
Bang, fuck, I'm dead.
I can't believe.
Yeah.
Crow.
That's my number 3.
I don't disagree here.
I think we should all have a retrospective moment of silence for poor old Tintin.
Oh, man. I can't believe I forgot about that
one.
You better hope Rochelle doesn't see this.
Don't watch this, Rochelle. This is not no.
Yeah, I'm not putting in my foot in my mouth this time.
Nope, now it's me. Okay. I guess that makes it for me. Number 7 was Men in Black.
Oh, nice.
It almost made my list. It's in my honorable mentions.
I haven't watched that in a long time either.
Yeah, the first one I like because it's new, it's interesting, and you get to see gadgets and stuff.
And Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yes, and Vincent D'Onofrio. Yes. Exactly.
The second one, they wasted all the money getting Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith to come back, so they forgot to write a script.
What about the third one then?
The third one, I thought the third one was really good. I
haven't
enjoyed
seen
the third one a lot.
I haven't seen the third and the fourth, but I managed to find the 4-pack of Blu-rays for $20. So
we'll have to figure something out when you guys are done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Men in Black International was okay, but it felt like it was missing something.
It was.
It was Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so number 6.
Fine. The Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Wow.
Still.
Me either. Still haven't.
I know. I hear about it all the time.
How can
I
you
never
not?
watched it either.
Wow.
And
Jennifer Connelly.
It's.
Is it on Disney Plus? I haven't checked yet.
Is it
on
Disney?
Plus?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Disney.
Yeah.
What studio was it? Disney or was it something else bought by Disney?
I think it was Disney. I touched
It was Disney from the get-go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking.
I'm hoping it's on Disney Plus because now that we're past the festival stuff, I've got a little more time to watch stuff like that. So, and that's one of the ones that's on my immediate radar.
Yeah, that's my number 6 as well.
Definitely, man. It's got like superheroes, gangsters, Nazis,
and it's the closest to the comic I've seen from some. Yeah,
right.
And even the bad guy, because the bad guy's got this super long face with a huge nose, and they do
Isn't that
guy that looks so close, and then put the prosthetics on it, so it's identical from the comic.
Isn't Timothy Dalton in there too?
Yes, he is.
Yep.
T-Dalt.
Yep.
And I think Disney's doing this is an animated series, but Rocketeer is going to be a young girl.
Really?
I did hear about that. Yes.
I didn't. That's cool.
I did not either.
They should get Jennifer Connelly for that. Just saying.
Right? This back when she was a lot younger and still
Labyrinth time.
Yeah.
There's a trend going right now with them revitalizing old properties like that, but giving them the gender swap and stuff like that, trying to freshen them up. Kevin Smith, he's been tapped because he wrote a line for Green Hornet a while back. Now he's been tapped to do a Green Hornet animated series that will be the original Green Hornet's daughter working with Kato's son.
So that's Seth
picking up the mantle. Well, no.
Different Green Hornet. That's right.
Yes.
Jason, what's your number 6?
Oh, the interesting thing
Number 6
is his great grandfather or something was supposed to have been the Lone Ranger, Britt Reed.
Really?
Yeah, they always said that. Yes.
Yep.
That's a character point, I think.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Did not know that.
Herbert Reed, John Reed, or whatever. Yeah.
And now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
Yo, Joe.
Yes. Jason, number 6.
Number 6. Okay. Stretch the rules
Did
a little
Steve
bit.
say his? Was
Yeah.
his rocket? Yeah.
Rocket
Okay. Sorry.
Welcome to the show, Jay.
My number 6 is based on a magazine that featured an anthology of comic strips. So that's why I included it. Plus, I've been wanting to just bring this up in any of our lists. Heavy Metal from 1981.
Yep.
What was that noise, James?
I watched that with my best friend years ago, and I hated every second of it. I thought it was awful.
I watched it back when I was really young, and
I was very surprised they got so many SCT.
Oh, it worked.
I'm sorry, I've got something in both my eyes. It's just my opinion. It turned me off. It wasn't for me. All credit to you, Jason.
Boobies.
It's such a great anthology with different art styles for every story. It's got a great wraparound. Let's not talk about that god awful 2000 sequel that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, we
and
I didn't watch the original, so I wasn't going to watch the sequel. But if it's
a sequel in name only, like they just wanted to keep the Heavy Metal property out there. And so,
money grab.
Exactly.
Money
'cause it's
grab.
one single story. There's no connection whatsoever. Didn't need to be anyways. And coming off of that, are any of you familiar with the Netflix series of Love, Death, and Robots?
Sounds
Love,
vaguely
Sex, and
familiar.
Robots?
I've heard of it.
It's an anthology series on Netflix. They did one season, 13 episodes. It's the one where they randomized the playlist. So when you click on it, you get one list of the episodes. Somebody else will click on it. It's all the same episodes, but in a different order.
Really?
It's a phenomenal series, and it was made produced by David Fincher, and it was supposed to be a new Heavy Metal film, but they couldn't get things together to make it into a film, and then Netflix bought the property and they turned it into that show. But that originally started as a new Heavy Metal anthology film.
Interesting.
That is really interesting. I did not know that.
Yep.
Surprise.
See? And I've learned something, so my brain's full, so I can go home.
And the movie The Fifth Element was inspired by the first story in Heavy Metal. Bruce Willis's character is very similar to the main character in the first story in Heavy Metal, the cab driver.
Very
interesting.
Same.
Another movie I haven't watched in decades, I think.
Well, that's one I grew up on. So.
Oh yeah, no. What? Heavy Metal or Fifth Element?
Heavy Metal.
Oh, okay.
All right, James, number 6.
Number 6, my foreshadowing comes about 2012's Dread.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that what you were referencing?
That is what I was referencing. Outstanding film. I have a soft spot. The original with Stallone was fun, very cheesy for its time. This thing is just balls to the wall, Carl Urban awesomeness.
I don't know why it's taken them so long to do a sequel to that, because they're leaving money on the table, in my
They
opinion.
stuck with the basic rule. Judge
They keep talking.
takes off his helmet.
Yep.
Well, they keep talking about the sequel. They keep talking about the TV show, and Carl Urban is up for the movie. And I don't know if they keep coming back to the fact that it didn't make money, or just someone has it and doesn't know what to do with it. It's one of those cult favorites that everyone wants, but studios are like, but you didn't go see the first one.
Is it important to see the first one?
No,
Probably not.
but they're
They
talking
could do
about
another
money.
story.
As Kevin Smith says, scratch.
Yeah, scratch.
I like it. It's someone likened it to Raid. The Raid.
The Raid
Yeah.
Redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're assaulting a big, tall building, and
Yes.
the scripts aren't connected at all. One was written way before the other. I think they can both exist on their own and be loved on their own. I love them
They
both.
do. The concept is slightly similar, but there's really enough differences there that they are two separate entities entirely.
Yeah. The
Yes.
formula works, you know.
Yes.
Well, my number 6 we've talked about, Rocketeer.
Yeah.
Gotta watch that again now. So we're on number 5, Doctor. What's your number 5?
Smoking.
The Mask. Yeah, we talked about this earlier, didn't we?
Yep.
Jim Carrey. Cameron Diaz.
And see, just the face alone that he makes all the time with that green, I love it. Jimmy Kennedy tried to follow up with Son of the Mask, but it wasn't.
Let's not talk about that.
I have avoided that one. Yes.
Good, smart move.
Well, in that case, Jason, what's your number 5?
2007's 300.
Ooh, honorable mention. Very nearly made my list.
I went and saw that in the theater. I love the visual styling of that film.
It's my number 4.
Oh no, I saw it twice. I was gonna say.
I have the original comic that it was based on. Again, Frank Miller. Just one of the best writers in comic book history, in my opinion.
Zack Snyder, who already knocks it out of the park with Dawn of the Dead, goes, you know what? I can go further.
Yeah, back up towards the fence. This one's coming.
Yeah,
across the street.
I love that movie.
And Gerard Butler's iconic line, "This is Sparta."
Oh yeah.
People have never seen the movie know that line.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that shot that he does too. It's all one shot, but it's got Leonidas going fast, and he stabs somebody, then he slows down and does a couple spins and cuts somebody, and then he throws it, and like that shot.
The sizzle reel that got Zack Snyder the job. Yes.
That was good call, Jason. Good call.
Yeah.
All my calls are good calls. Thank you.
Now we know James. Yours is Hellboy.
Hellboy.
Yep. Mine is a brand new one.
Ooh.
With my future wife, Charlize. The Old Guard.
Oh, you told me about that. I got to see that.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's a movie, but you might see multiple movies come out.
Yes, but I know it's done. It did huge numbers for Netflix, so I will get to it eventually. I just had other things on my plate.
Oh, yeah. It is good. I really like it, and they made changes from the comic, and I think it's actually a bit better.
I'm hearing consistently good things about it.
Yeah, got to give it a watch. Okay, number 4. Doctor.
If I'm allowed to, I'm going to say Megamind.
Megamind.
I didn't know that was based on a comic.
Technically not.
All right,
it's
then I'm
not. But we're going to take.
Oh yeah, right. I will say one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard for an animated kids movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
by
I love Megamind. I love
Where else
that
do you
movie.
learn about Shul? Okay, seriously.
Whoop.
This is James. He likes to take us to the bathroom every once in a while. See?
Kitchen, refill.
That does not sound like it.
Not at all.
No, not kitchen. But Megamind is kind of what would happen if I did take over the world. It's like, I got it, now what? It's kind of bored.
Like a dog chasing a car.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I caught the car, now what?
And I think still one of Brad Pitt's only voice acting roles. I think he plays the hero.
No, because he did a Sinbad animated film years ago.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected, or rather, sit.
Cool too.
Yeah, not so much voiceover.
Well,
that one.
No, the Vanisher.
That was a blast. Jason, number 4.
Number 4, because I can't separate them. The Kingsman Secret Service and the Golden Circle, 2015, 2017. Those movies are just fucking awesome. Period.
Yes, they are.
Are you going to see the new one?
Oh, hells yeah.
You got Rasputin in there, dude.
Right?
They're pretty good.
What? They looked at, hey, James Bond, crank up that knob to 11.
Okay.
Throw even more Red Bull in the mix.
And go.
Oh. Oh.
It's a grudge match.
Grudge match, go.
Boom!
What the hell?
Poke, 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 poke.
I didn't catch on what was happening.
That's hilarious.
No, I think they're decent movies. It was just like the first one. I never understood why they had Sam Jackson with a lisp, and the second one, Julianne Moore. Just there was something about both the movies where I think they could have just done something different.
Oh no! I love the villains the way they are because each had some little minor
flaw.
I will say Colin Firth was a badass in both movies. I'll give you that.
Yes.
Yeah. Coming back
Let
from
me-
the dead in the second one.
Let me put it to you this way, James.
What's wrong with lifts? Can't super villains have lifts?
Seriously.
Seriously.
Let me put it to you this way.
Okay.
Samuel Jackson's villain.
No.
I'm listening.
Go ahead,
Samuel
Jason.
Jackson's villain in Kingsman. Have you ever seen him play anything remotely like that?
Just the dude in RoboCop.
No, he's a badass.
I would say no. I've never seen that because he's playing basically a rich kid, a grown up man child with a lisp who's all of a sudden I'm going to be a supervillain and has the power and the money to do it. Yeah. No, I've never seen him do anything like that.
That is the least Samuel L. Jackson badass role Samuel L. Jackson has ever played.
Exactly.
I can't
argue with that. No, I can't argue with that. Yeah.
Well,
Listing for supervillain is amazing.
Let's compare lists. Lists. James, what's your number 4?
Number 4 from 2008, the Hollywood debut from Timur Bekmambetov, Wanted.
Oh yeah.
Honorable mention.
Nice.
It was close. It was close.
I thought that movie is just over the top in the best way. James McAvoy, Angelina Jolie, Common, best narrator in history.
Morgan Freeman.
Thank you, Morgan Freeman. Oh man, Jonathan Creshman, so good. Such an awesome, super stylish movie.
Is that Chris Pratt that plays his asshole friend?
Yes, the friend who cheats on his wife with.
Yes.
He hits him with the keyboard and the tooth goes flying through and it's like F you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kenny finally figured out what our topic is. He says Spawn, Cerebus, and Walking Dead. Cerebus is a movie?
Well, no, but Spawn is, and Walking Dead, they're putting out a Rick Grimes movie, so
yeah.
I don't know what Cerebus is.
Cerebus is
It's
an
a
awesome
comic book.
comic.
It's an art
Dave Sims.
Okay.
Kenny,
I can't
follow up.
I can't wait for the Rick Grimes movie.
Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
Yeah.
It worked. I got to laugh.
Well, my number 4, we've chatted about 300. So we're back to number 3 with the Doctor.
Yeah.
Kick ass.
Oh, we had that one earlier, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah, who said
Nice.
that earlier?
He did. It was a great, fun movie.
Jason.
Yes. That was my number 8. Yep.
With who's that guy that used to be in every movie that not too good looking? He's up for Superman.
Brandon Routh.
No, the guy that played the Batman ripoff.
Nick Cage.
Nicolas Cage, yeah.
Big
Nicolas
Daddy.
Cage, Chloe Grace Moretz, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Mark Strong as the villain.
McLovin.
What's the actor's name? No one can ever remember the actor's name.
Christopher something.
Christopher Mintz-Platts.
That's it.
Ah,
Wow.
In the sequel, playing the motherfucker.
Now there's a name.
Right?
Hard to brand that though, really.
I know.
Okay, number 3 for Jason was The Crow.
yep.
James.
Oh, 2009, Zack Snyder once again, Watchmen.
Oh, that's
DC-ish.
That's DC.
No, that's Alan
not-
Moore.
I-
It's
I
That's
don't consider
outside
it
of-
mainstream though. So
Apparently, you're not keeping up with comics right now because it is in the DC universe.
really,
It is.
what, because of the TV show?
No, I'm talking the actual comics. They've enveloped
money.
everything and pulled it
Well,
in.
it's too late. I'm talking about the ultimate director,
Too late, I've said
ultimate version director's cut with the Tales from the Black Freighter spliced in. So that's my number 3. I thought the movie was awesome from beginning to end. I don't care how long it was. Oh man, it's a work of art for me.
And I'll be honest, it's only not on my list because it was DC, because it
Okay.
is great. It
That
is great.
I didn't know that it was part of DC because I knocked off Constantine and V for Vendetta and Jonah Hex. Jonah Hex was my number 10.
Yeah, it's DC.
So, but I didn't know what Watchmen was. So, too late.
But see, at the time it was released, it was like in its own standalone little universe,
Yeah,
Yes.
a one-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's replace it with Sin City.
like Marvel's Squadron Supreme.
Oh,
It was-
Sin City. Sin City was an honorable mention. Yes.
See, that replaces it. If you can't use Watchmen, Sin City is my
There you
replacement
go.
for any movies you don't like.
Interesting.
Or
Well, we've already gotten to my number 3 too.
the Turtles, but no.
Oh, the Turtles. Oh yeah, that's a comic book movie. Son of
Right?
a gun.
It is. Yeah.
The
You changed it. You got two. You still got three.
Could use Alien versus Predator.
based on a comic book.
Is it based on a comic or is a comic based
Yes.
on it?
No. It
Comics
was.
came out long before.
They
Before
made a point
Aliens?
to. They made a point to say that it was in every other form of media before it was a movie.
Aliens.
No, Alien versus Predator.
Aliens came first.
ATP.
Predator came first.
Right.
Image got the rights to do a comic of Aliens versus Predator long before the movie was ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So
not on
putting
my
the
list,
two
but
together counts.
Actually, it wasn't
Yeah.
Image, it was Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. Sorry, I meant to say Dark
Yeah.
Horse.
all right,
remember that.
So,
Okay, I see what
Anyway.
you're meaning. You mean that particular title.
yes.
Okay.
That's why you can't include Aliens. You can't include Predator. But you put them together.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sneaky rule looping here. I like it.
All right. So who are we at?
Me for number 3, the losers. So now number 2. Doctor.
Alita, the Battle Angel.
Oh, honorable mention. That
Yeah.
movie was outstanding.
Right?
Yes.
That is an
I have not
amazing
seen it.
freaking movie. Dude, you have got to see it.
It's awesome.
Oh.
I wish they would hurry up and do a continuation. I don't even want to call it a sequel because that movie ended in such a way that the story can just keep going.
Right?
They're
James,
talking
I
about
want
it.
more.
James Cameron
I
kicked
think-
ass on it. Special effects were fantastic. It did not get the press because everyone was all hyped up about Captain Marvel, which is Alita, Captain Marvel. It doesn't. It's like way the frick down there.
Last I heard they were talking about it.
Oh, a sequel
'Cause, I
will
mean-
come eventually. For sure.
Yeah, because it was just, oh man, because you got to see more of Edward Norton.
So apparently before he leaves, we are going to watch Alita and 30 Days of Night.
Yeah.
Alita is fantastic. It's a strong female character which doesn't brag about being a strong female character.
Nice.
See, and I saw
Yeah.
the original anime, like, because there was a manga. They made an anime of it back in, I think, the 90s.
Well, yeah, James Cameron was supposed to do it after Titanic and waited decades and then just gave it to Robert Rodriguez saying, here, can you do something with this?
So this is based on a manga, not a comic book.
Mangas are
manga
comic
is a
books.
comic
No,
book.
no, that's not what the title says. It says based
Excuse?
on comic books.
I will fight you on the moon, okay?
Oh, I'm getting glared at. And he's physically in the room, so okay. Jason's number 2 was Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yep.
Still a great movie. James, number 2.
Number 2. How has nobody mentioned this high yet? 2017, Atomic Blonde. Unless it's somebody's number 1.
It's my number 2.
I didn't know it was a comic book.
Hey! Yeah, I didn't know it. And I had forgotten about it until yesterday. And then Rob reminded me, and I'm like, yeah, I just found that out yesterday.
Yep.
That's right.
It
Keys to
didn't
the
come up
eye.
in my comic book film list.
You got to check Wikipedia. You got to check IMDb because not everyone shows the same genre title.
Well, not only that, you won't find it listed under a comic book movie because everything you read, it says it's based on the graphic novel.
Which is a comic book.
But
That's
I had
thicker.
other ones that came up. Like, it's not nearly on my list, not even in my honorable mentions. But do you remember a movie called Bullet to the Head with Sylvester Stallone?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's based on a French graphic novel.
it's an okay movie.
But
I put it
came
as
up on my
like
list.
below average Walter Hill.
That's interesting. I wonder why it didn't.
Weird.
Again, certain websites just will categorize something as something else, and they'll leave off the comic book or whatever.
You got a wonky search engine.
Some
Maybe.
websites do, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But Atomic Blonde, man, whoa, the fight scenes in that are intense.
Oh, and reignited my love for Queens Under Pressure.
Oh yeah, so good.
Under pressure.
James McAvoy again.
Yep. Yeah, he's great in that film too.
Oh, he's such a. Do you like him? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he? And Bill Skarsgård, Pennywise.
Oh,
He's
crap, he is.
Yeah, he's in a little bit.
Yeah. And then, of course, my future wife.
Charlize Theron.
Right.
Yes.
Oh yeah, your future wife when she played the monster.
Yes, Aileen. That's more like I'm killing you, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay, we are now at number 1. Doctor.
Not sure if it was ever a comic book, but The Incredibles.
That's okay. That's a good superhero movie.
Yes.
I gotta agree. I don't think it was a comic.
No.
Sin
Oh.
City then.
Sin City, it is.
the stand-in. Yes.
Well, that's my number 1.
What,
Really?
Sin City?
Incredibles or
Sin City, 2005. That's my number 1. In my opinion, that is the greatest film to be transferred from a comic book page to the screen. Every single aspect of that film is pulled right from the pages of the comics.
Watchmen.
Period.
Did anyone consider The Spirit, the one that Frank Miller directed himself?
You know, that would have been good if it was good.
I
But
never watched it.
Oh, you didn't like that one? I thought that was hilarious. Oh well.
It wasn't the best, no. It's not
Okay.
I never even watched it, so
but you're right, and the doctor brought up a good point too. Watchmen is almost frame for frame for a lot of that stuff, but Sin City does it in the art style as well.
It looks like a comic, like a graphic novel, animated.
Yep.
Yep.
It takes
Yeah.
like when Zack Snyder does 300 and it zooms in on that one guy and his eyes turn white, but the silhouette goes black. You know, it's legit a Frank Miller panel.
That and there was so much he could do, making it a graphic novel frame with like the green screen and the black, not having to deal with a lot of the other colors or the. I don't know if I'm phrasing it right. He could do a lot more with a lot less. I don't know if that makes sense.
that was
does.
the whole art style of the comic, though. That was the it almost gives it a noir feel, but with brutal action.
It's
Yes.
a comic book film noir.
And
Yes.
some of the best bookends, if you count the theatrical version.
Josh Hartnett.
Yes.
Yep.
Which is actually the opening scene is how they got Frank Miller to sign on to do the film.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He showed up at his house with Josh Hartnett and the girl, and they did that scene in his house, and he agreed to sign off on it and co-direct.
Because he didn't
So
believe
good.
it could be done.
Yeah.
And just to point out, Rob, Sin City came first before 300.
Oh yeah, no, I just meant in that reference, that style where you get that Frank Miller. That's the only frame I could think of off the top of my head
Sure, Rob.
where you see, the eyes go white, silhouette comes in.
Sure, Rob.
Mhm.
Yeah, wait a second. Where is that?
I just wish they would do a film version of
There it is.
one of these standalone. I would love for them to do another film, but just on the one story, one standalone trade paperback. It's called Family Values.
Oh yeah.
It was awesome. It's all about the Dwight character. What's his name?
Clive Owen, Josh
Clive
Brolin.
Owen. Clive Owen's character gets picked up by some mob guys. They get taking him back to the boss's house. And you've got Devin Aoki's character following and just slaughtering every mob guy around as they enter into this mob boss's house, and they wipe out the entire mob family, all because one member of the mob killed a dog in the street, but also killed one of the hooker girls in the phone booth behind the dog.
Don't kill other girls.
Wow.
See, yeah.
So
I
they
was
wiped out
surprised
an
it took
entire
us-
mob family in revenge.
Dude, you just
I was
hit my
surprised it
tongue
took him
right
so long. I was surprised it took him so long to do the sequel. And then by then it was like, does anybody care anymore? And then it came out. I finally watched it, and it was really good.
Yeah.
It is really good, yes, but it was again another one of the sequels where it's missing something.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. I really haven't got a clue.
This makes a cool nose. Look.
Cutting a promo.
It's my mask.
We better get this. Better get this quick.
I
James,
am your
what's your
father.
number 2?
My
Number
number
one.
one?
We did number one.
How about your number 1 then? Let's go number 1.
My number one. This is like the vampire list where I'm a little surprised that no one's mentioned this yet. But it's my number one. 2005, David Cronenberg's A History of Violence.
That is a comic.
It's based on a graphic novel.
That's my family.
I never watched that film.
It's
a great movie.
amazing. It's beautiful.
So I heard. Never
Viggo
watched.
Mortensen, Ed Harris, William Hurt, Maria Bello. Oh, it's beautiful, and
Oh, yeah.
and very violent. Very violent. It came out not. It was another one like Drive, where there isn't a lot of violence in the movie, but the violence in it is pretty graphic.
Does that sound familiar? I think I've seen it.
Yeah. He did great. David Cronenberg did that one, and he did Eastern Promises right after it with Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're similar, but they have their differences.
Oh yeah.
History of Violence is basically a guy who's living a little suburban life and rescues somebody during a holdup. And his picture gets put in the paper and on the news. Suddenly, these people come to town to find him.
Saying like, "Hey, Joey," because they think he's this mobster from Philly. And he's like, "No, I'm Tom. I'm Tom Stahl." Turns out he was, and he kind of acquired a new identity and a whole new life. And him being a hero kind of tanked things a bit. So
apparently
good.
Never be a
Alita,
hero.
30 Days of Night, and A History of Violence is being watched today. Apparently, you're never leaving.
You're never getting your certificate done.
Okay, he can leave. My number 1, it was interesting how it changed on the fly.
Yeah, we don't care now.
Because it was 30 Days of Night, but it's now The Crow. Yes.
You're just afraid of Rochelle.
I do not know why I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I thought that would definitely be there.
Yeah.
You got like the crow all over.
Yeah.
Behind
Like
you.
literally right there.
He was just afraid of Rochelle, so that's the
Yeah.
only reason he changed it.
And there's a
That's
picture.
right, Rochelle.
It's got a little picture here too.
Next week's guest, Rochelle Dave.
Rob's not on the show anymore. But yeah. But see, that one's different from the other ones. Like we were talking Sin City, where it's page per page. This, The Crow, it's a different retelling, but it's the one that's become iconic with the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
He
mocking.
kept all the major points. Like the whole story is still there intact. It's just the orders changed and some of the characters were changed slightly and whatnot. So it really just fleshed it out for a moving visual medium.
Yes and no. There's no Sarah, and there's no whatever Bai Ling's character's name is. I can't remember her name.
I don't know.
It's in the credits, but they never say it in the movie.
Yeah, but those two aren't there. So
The skull cowboy gets taken out.
yeah, they filmed him, but never put it in.
Yeah.
But wow. Alrighty, so there we go. There is our top 10 non-mainstream Marvel or DC comic book movies or superhero movies, if you're certain other people.
That's what you told me. We're gonna have a talk when the thing goes quiet. Yeah.
This
Show ends.
I think we'll be on for quite some time now.
Rob's not turning the cameras off.
I can wait. I know where you live.
Guru has problem with you.
Oh.
Oh look! You got hit. Oh my! Where'd that come from?
What's interesting is you can see the camera lag because I got hit before he threw it. See?
Weird.
He's beating me up with his mind.
Well, until I take this water, I just want to see what happens now.
Except that's iced tea. Actually, that's a urine sample. And on that note, for
Hey,
another
Rob.
weekend, yeah.
Hold on, before you go.
R. Kelly.
There's some sort of event coming up next month.
Is
There is?
Yes. Isn't there some sort of festival?
actually, we can announce brand new news because there was a scheduling conflict.
Uh-oh.
So we have had to bump it back a week.
Okay.
So now the screening at the Boonies Drive-In for the Chatham-Kent International Film Festival is October 3rd. And the lineup is almost picked.
Almost.
And we've almost got all the winners picked. I'm just waiting on one more judge. He's getting me his stuff today. And then we can get ready to screen some film and have some fun. And I think this band. While we were talking, I got a phone call from a fella that has a band. So we might even have a band playing before the films.
Nice.
That's right. We know how to rock it.
Biatch.
Yes.
You're just so street, Steve.
I am. I'm cool. I'm hip. I'm with it. Oppa Gangnam Style. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't top that.
Or is it flossing? Here, let me floss.
Can't floss on that little camera.
No.
Anyway, for another week at the Movie Madhouse, I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
And I've been cut off. Jerk.
We'll see you next time.
Toodles.
I say shut up! It's a man!